My name is Linda. I'm 54, a certified public accountant in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I've prepared my husband's tax returns for 26 years. On a Tuesday in February, while reconciling his business expenses, I found a $47,000 discrepancy. It took me 3 hours to trace it, another 2 to understand what I was looking at, and about 15 seconds to realize my marriage was a carefully maintained lie. The thing about numbers is they don't have feelings. They just sit there on the page, indifferent to the destruction they cause. A hotel charge here, a jewelry purchase there, a recurring monthly payment to an apartment I'd never heard of. Numbers don't lie. People do. Dennis and I met in 1997. He was a contractor building out the office space for the accounting firm where I'd just made junior partner. He had kind eyes and calloused hands, and he didn't treat me differently. Because I made more money than he did, we got married in 1999, had our son Jacob in 2001, built a good life, 3-bedroom, colonial in Adena, 2 cars, annual vacations to Sanibel Island. Nothing flashy, just solid, comfortable. I handled all our finances, always had. Dennis was good with his hands, brilliant at building things, terrible at paperwork. "You're the numbers person," he'd say, signing wherever I pointed. "I trust you." That trust went both ways. Or so I thought. Every January I'd gather our documents, W-2s, 1099s, receipts for his business expenses. Dennis ran his own contracting company, Mitchell & Sons, though Jacob had gone into software engineering instead. The business did well enough. Good years and lean years, but steady overall. I knew every nail he purchased, every lumber delivery, every client payment. Or I thought I did. It was February 11th. Cold even for Minnesota, the kind of cold that makes your teeth ache. I was in my home office, my 3rd cup of coffee going lukewarm while I worked through Dennis's Schedule C. His business checking account statement sat in front of me. I was matching expenses to receipts, the way I'd done for 2 decades. Everything lined up, until it didn't, a transfer. December 15th, $3,200 to an account number I didn't recognize. I checked my spreadsheet. No corresponding receipt, no invoice. Nothing. I went back through November. Another transfer. $3,200, same account, October, September, August. My hands started shaking around July. 12 months of transfers. $3,200 each. $3,400 total. But that wasn't the $47,000 I'd mentioned. I kept digging. Credit card statements. His business card. The one he used for materials and equipment. Hotels. The Marquette in downtown Minneapolis. 4 stays between June and December. $890 each time. Restaurants. Brasserie Central. 7 charges, always for 2 people. $200, $300 each. Tiffany & Co. 1 purchase. September 18th. $4,200. I sat back in my chair. The office felt very small suddenly. Very cold. I opened his personal credit card. The one I didn't usually audit because it was supposed to be for small purchases. Gas. Coffee. Lunches. More hotels. Different ones this time. The Chambers. The Hewing. The Elliott Park. More restaurants. More jewelry stores. A recurring charge I almost missed. RentLink Property Management. $2,800 monthly. Started March of last year. An apartment. He was paying for an apartment. I didn't cry. Not then. I just printed everything. Highlighted the charges. Made a spreadsheet because that's what I do. I organize chaos into columns and rows. Transaction by transaction. I built a timeline. March 2024. First apartment payment. Security deposit, $5,600 March 15th, Pottery Barn, $3,400 April-December, monthly rent. $2,800 each month. The hotels were from before March, before he got the apartment. He'd been more careful then. More scattered. The jewelry. September 18th, just after our 25th anniversary. We'd celebrated at Travail, our favorite restaurant. He'd given me a nice card. No gift. Said he was saving up for something special for our 30th. 4 days later, he spent $4,200 at Tiffany, but not on me. I pulled up our joint checking account, the one we used for household expenses. My paychecks went there. His were supposed to. But for the last year, his deposits were smaller. About $3,000 smaller per month. Slower winter, he'd said back in January. Construction always dips. I'd believed him. Adjusted our budget. Skipped the vacation last summer. Told Jacob we couldn't help with his wedding as much as we'd hoped, while Dennis was furnishing an apartment for someone else. The coffee had gone completely cold. Outside my window, snow was starting to fall. February snow in Minnesota. The kind that never feels like it will stop. I could have confronted him immediately. Screamed, thrown things, demanded answers. Instead, I finished his taxes, itemized every deduction. Calculated every credit, filed electronically at 4:47 p.m. Then I made copies of everything. The bank statements, the credit card bills, the timeline I'd built, put them in a folder labeled Q1 2025 receipts, and locked it in my file cabinet. I made dinner. Chicken parmesan, Dennis's favorite. He came home at 6:30, smelling like sawdust and winter. Kissed my cheek the way he had for 26 years. Something smells amazing. How was your day? I asked, setting down plates. Long. We're behind on the Wayzata project. Supply chain issues. He sat down, picked up his fork. But we'll make it work. Always do. Always, I echoed. We ate. He talked about the project, timeline issues, a difficult client, one of his guys calling in sick. The mundane details of his ordinary day, or the version of his day he wanted me to know about. Tax return done? He asked. Filed this afternoon. Getting anything back? About $3,200, he nodded, chewing. That'll help. Been a tight year? Yes, I said. It has been. After dinner, he watched TV. Some documentary about World War II. I sat next to him on the couch, the way we'd sat 1,000 times before. His phone buzzed. He glanced at it, smiled slightly, typed a response. Work? I asked. Yeah. Supplier confirming a delivery. He set the phone face down on his lap. I went to bed early. Tired, I said. Long day with the numbers. Get some rest. He kissed my forehead. I'll be up soon. I lay in the dark of our bedroom, listening to the TV downstairs. Listening to his phone buzz again. And again. Listening to him type responses to someone who wasn't me. I didn't look for her. Not directly, but she appeared anyway. 3 days after I filed the taxes, I was at Target buying laundry detergent, standing in the checkout line, scrolling through Facebook on my phone. Dennis's page. I looked at it sometimes, though I rarely posted anything myself. His latest photo, posted 4 hours ago, a job site, him and 2 of his crew members standing in front of a framed-out addition. 3 likes. 1 comment. The comment was from someone named Ashley Moreno, a heart emoji, nothing else. I clicked her profile. Private. But her profile picture was visible. Late 20s, dark hair, pretty in that effortless way some people are. I clicked mutual friends. 2. Dennis's sister Karen, and his business partner Tom. I went back to Dennis's page. Scrolled down, found another post from January, a photo of a sunset. Ashley had liked it. Heart emoji in the comments again. December, a picture of his truck loaded with Christmas trees for a job site, Ashley. Hard worker, November, October, September. She'd been liking his posts for months, commenting periodically. Nothing explicit, nothing that would raise suspicions, just present. Consistently present. I put my phone away, paid for my detergent, drove home through gray February slush. That night, I made pot roast. Another favorite. You're cooking a lot lately, Dennis said. Not that I'm complaining. Just felt like it. Well, I appreciate it. He reached across the table, squeezed my hand. You take good care of me. I try, I said. I called my cousin Rachel on a Thursday. She's been a family law attorney for 30 years. I need advice, I said. Hypothetically. Linda, I've known you since you were 6. You don't do hypothetical. What's going on? If someone hypothetically discovered financial infidelity, significant amounts, spreadsheets worth, what would be the smart way to handle it? A pause. Are we talking about Dennis? Hypothetically, Lynn. Her voice softened. How bad? Apartment, furniture, jewelry, probably a girlfriend. About $47,000 over the last year. Jesus. I filed the joint return already. Did you sign it? Not yet. It's e-filed, but I haven't submitted the signature. Don't sign it. Linda, do not sign that return. If there's hidden income or fraudulent deductions, there's not. I checked everything. His business is clean. The money came from reported income. He just redistributed it without telling me. That's still financial misconduct. In a divorce, that matters. Have you confronted him? No. Do you want to divorce him? The question hung there. Did I? 26 years. A son, a grandson on the way. A life built brick by brick. I don't know, I said honestly. I just know I can't keep pretending I don't know. Then you need 3 things. First, document everything. Second, open your own bank account he can't access. Third, talk to me officially, not hypothetically. Come to my office. Rachel, Monday, 2 p.m. I'll block the time. She hung up before I could argue. I sat in my office, the phone still in my hand. Through the window, I could see Dennis in the driveway, loading tools into his truck. Getting ready for work. His phone rang. He answered, smiled at whatever was said, laughed, looked happy. I wondered if he'd looked that happy with me recently. Couldn't remember the last time. I went to Rachel's office on Monday. She practiced in downtown Minneapolis, glass and steel, the kind of place that smelled like expensive coffee and dissolution. Show me everything, she said. I pulled out my folder, the spreadsheets, the bank statements, the timeline. She went through it all methodically, taking notes. Her face remained neutral, professional. This is clear evidence of financial infidelity, she said finally. In Minnesota, marital assets are divided equitably. The fact that he diverted marital funds without your knowledge strengthens your position significantly. I don't want his money. I make more than he does. It's not about wanting it. It's about what you're entitled to. He spent $47,000 of marital funds on an affair. That gets calculated. What if I just ask him to stop? To end it. Rachel set down her pen, looked at me with 30 years of experience in her eyes. Lynn, I've handled 600 divorces. I've seen every variation, and I'm going to tell you something you don't want to hear. Okay. Men who rent apartments for their mistresses don't stop when asked. Men who spend $4,200 on jewelry for another woman don't choose their wives. Men who maintain double lives for a year minimum don't change because they got caught. You think it's been longer than a year? The apartment started in March. The relationship started before that. Hotels, remember? My guess is 18 months. Maybe 2 years. 2 years. Our 25th anniversary. Jacob's engagement. Our grandson's announcement. All while Dennis was building a second life. What do? I asked. That's your choice. But if you're considering divorce, we need to move carefully. Don't confront him yet. Don't let him know you know. Secure your assets. Document everything. And decide what you actually want. What do most people want? Depends. Some want revenge. Some want money. Some just want it to be over. What do you want me to want? She smiled slightly. I want you to want what serves you, not him. Not the marriage. You. I left her office with a retainer agreement I didn't sign, and a knot in my stomach that felt permanent. I held out for 8 more days. 8 days of making dinners and sleeping next to him and pretending I didn't know. Then his phone rang at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. He was in the shower. The phone was on the bathroom counter. I was brushing my teeth. The screen lit up. Ashley. I stared at it. At that little heart emoji. At the certainty it represented. When Dennis came out, towel around his waist, I was holding his phone. Who's Ashley? His face did something complicated. Several emotions at once, too fast to track individually. But I saw the landing point. Resignation. Linda, who is Ashley? It's not what you think. She has a heart emoji next to her name. What do I think it is? He sat on the edge of the bed. Suddenly looked very tired. How long have you known? Does it matter? I guess not. We sat in silence. The bathroom fan was still running. The sound felt very loud. Are you in love with her? I asked. I don't know. That's not no. Linda, I don't know what I feel. It just happened. For how long? He looked at his hands. 2 years. About 2 years. The number sat between us. You've been lying to me for 2 years. I never wanted to hurt you. But you did it anyway. It wasn't about you. You're an amazing wife. You've been incredible. Stop. He stopped. I found the apartment, I said. The furniture, the jewelry, all of it. I'm a CPA, Dennis. I found it in the taxes. His face went white. Jesus, 47,000 that I can document. Probably more that I can't. I can explain? Don't. That word stopped him. The same way it had stopped Sarah in my last story. It's amazing how much power one syllable can have. I don't want explanations. I continued. I don't want excuses. I just want to know one thing. What? Are you leaving me for her? The pause was too long. I don't know, he said finally. Then get out. What? Tonight now, get out. Go to your apartment. Go to Ashley. Go wherever you want. But get out of this house. Linda, let's talk about this. We've been married for 26 years. I've handled every bill, every tax return, every financial decision, and you spent the last 2 years lying to me about where our money went, where you went. There's nothing to talk about. I need time to think. You've had 2 years to think. I need space. So get out, he stared at me, then slowly stood. Put on clothes, packed a bag. I sat on the bed watching him, watching 26 years fit into a duffel bag. At the bedroom door, he stopped. I'm sorry, I know, I said. That's the sad part. You probably are. He left. I heard his truck start, heard it pull away. Then I lay in bed in the dark and listened to the house settle without him. Jacob called the next morning. Dad called me, said you kicked him out. I did. Mom, what happened? He's been having an affair for 2 years. Spent $47,000 on it. I found it in the taxes. Silence. Then, are you kidding me? I rarely kid about tax fraud. Jesus, Mom. Are you okay? Ask me in a month. What can I do? Nothing. Just might be my son. That's enough. I'm coming over tonight. Jacob, I'm coming over. Lisa's making lasagna. He hung up before I could argue. Dennis texted around noon. Can we talk? I wrote back. Not yet. When? When I'm ready, I love you. I stared at those 3 words. Tried to remember the last time he'd said them out loud. Couldn't. I didn't respond. Rachel called that afternoon. I heard you confronted him. How did you... Dennis called my office. Wanted to know if I was representing you. I told him I couldn't comment. He's escalating. They always do. How are you holding up? I don't know yet. It feels like watching someone else's life. That's normal. Linda, I need to ask. Do you want to file? For divorce? Yes. I looked around my office. At the file cabinet with 26 years of tax returns. At the spreadsheet still open on my computer. At the life I'd built, one number at a time. Not yet, I said, but soon. Probably soon. What Dennis offered, he asked to meet for coffee 4 days after I kicked him out. Saturday morning, 9 a.m., the Caribou on France Avenue. Neutral ground. I arrived first. Ordered tea I didn't want. Sat in the corner booth. He came in looking rough, unshaven, tired. Sat across from me without ordering anything. Thank you for coming. I nodded. I've been thinking a lot, he said. About us. About what I did. About what I want. And I want to come home. I want to fix this. What about Ashley? I ended it. Told her it was over. Gave up the apartment. When? Thursday, 2 days ago, after I'd kicked him out. So you chose me, I said. Once you didn't have me anymore. It wasn't like that. What was it like? He ran his hand through his hair. A gesture I'd seen 10,000 times. I was stupid. I was flattered. She made me feel young, I guess. Desired. Like I was more than just the guy who fixes things. I desire you. Do you? The question landed hard. Because when was the last time I'd shown it? When was the last time we'd been intimate beyond routine? When was the last time I'd looked at him with anything other than comfortable familiarity? That's not fair, I said quietly. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying we got comfortable, both of us, and I made a terrible choice because of it. But I want to fix it. Counseling. Whatever it takes. You spent $47,000. I'll pay it back. It's not about the money. Then what is it about? I looked at him. This man I'd spent half my life with. This man who knew how I took my coffee and which side of the bed I preferred and the exact way to make me laugh. This stranger who'd lied to me for 2 years. It's about trust, I said. You broke it. And I don't know if it can be fixed. We can try. Can we? Because every time you're late coming home, I'll wonder. Every time your phone rings, I'll wonder. Every transaction I see, I'll question. That's not a marriage. That's surveillance. Then what do you want? I don't know yet. But I know I can't go back to not knowing. And I can't go forward to constant doubt, so I'm stuck in this middle place where neither option feels possible. He reached across the table. I didn't pull away, but I didn't take his hand either. I love you, he said. That has to count for something. It does, I said. It counts for 26 years. It counts for Jacob. It counts for all the good days we had. But Dennis, it doesn't erase the 730 days you lied to me. So that's it? We're done? I don't know, maybe, probably. Just like that? No, I said. Not just like that. Like $47,000, like 2 years. Like finding out my husband had a whole separate life I knew nothing about. Like that, I stood up. Left my tea untouched on the table. Linda, I'll call you when I'm ready to talk about what comes next. But Dennis, don't wait for me, because I might not come back. I walked out into the cold February morning, got in my car, drove home, and realized I'd stopped crying somewhere along the way. I met with Rachel again on Tuesday. I want to proceed, I said. You're sure? He offered to come back, to fix it, and I realized I don't want to fix it. I want to be done. Okay, let's talk terms. We spent 2 hours going through everything. The house, the retirement accounts, the business, the $47,000 he spent, Rachel said. We can argue he should repay that to the marital estate. I don't want it. Linda, I don't want his money. I make enough. I just want out. Cleanly. Quickly. You're entitled. I know what I'm entitled to. But this isn't about money. It's about ending this with my dignity intact. She studied me. Most people want to punish their spouse. I'm not most people. And honestly, him living with what he did is punishment enough. We filed on Wednesday. Irreconcilable differences. Equitable division of assets. No fault clean. Dennis got served on Friday. Called me Saturday morning. You're really doing this? Yes. Just like that. 26 years gone. No, Dennis. 2 years of lying killed it. I'm just making it official. I'll fight this. You can try. But Rachel's very good, and I have spreadsheets. This is about revenge. No. This is about self-respect. I hung up. What people said. The story got out. Small town, big scandal. The accountant who found her husband's affair in the taxes. People at church whispered. People at the grocery store stared. Karen, Dennis's sister, left me a voicemail calling me heartless. Jacob called me every day. How are you holding up? Better than I expected. Dad's telling people you won't even try to work on it. Did he tell them about Ashley? About the apartment? No. Then I don't care what he's telling people. My friend Margaret brought over wine and sympathy. How did you not see it? I saw what he showed me. He was just good at hiding the rest. Are you angry? I was. Now I'm just tired. Ready for it to be over. Most women would burn his stuff. Key his truck. Most women aren't accountants. We deal in cold, hard numbers, not hot, emotional reactions, she laughed. I always knew you were the practical one. But late at night, alone in the house, I'd walk through rooms that felt too big. Look at photos of us from happier times. Wonder how I'd missed it. The answer was always the same. I didn't miss it. I just chose not to see. The settlement we reached. The divorce took 4 months. Faster than most, Rachel said. We split everything evenly. The house went to me. I bought out his half using retirement funds. He kept the business and his truck. We divided the other assets down the middle. No alimony? Rachel asked. I don't want it. Linda, you could argue. No, clean break. No ongoing ties. The papers were signed in June. No ceremony. No final conversation. Just signatures on documents that dissolved 26 years. Dennis sent one last text. I'm sorry it ended like this. I almost didn't respond. Then, me too, I wasn't. Not really. But it felt like the right thing to say. What I learned. I'm 55 now. Divorced. Living alone in the house we bought together. People ask if I regret it. If I should have tried harder to save the marriage, the answer is no. Because here's what I learned. You can't save something when only one person is doing the work. And you can't build trust on quicksand. Dennis made his choice. Every day for 2 years, he chose Ashley over me. Chose secrets over honesty. Chose comfort over integrity. I just made the choice to stop accepting it. The numbers told me the truth when he wouldn't. And for that, I'm grateful. Because living in a lie, even a comfortable one, is still living in a lie. The life I have now, I still do taxes. Still love the clarity of numbers, the certainty of columns that balance. But I've learned that life doesn't balance like ledgers do. Sometimes you give more than you get. Sometimes you lose more than you gain. And that's okay. I'm dating again. Carefully. A man named Robert, a retired teacher. He makes me laugh. He's honest. When his phone rings, he answers it in front of me. Small things. But after Dennis, small things feel enormous. Jacob's grandson was born in September. Nathan Dennis Mitchell. They kept Dennis's name and I didn't object. Whatever else happened, Dennis is still his grandfather. I see Dennis sometimes. At Jacob's house. At family gatherings. We're cordial. Distant. I heard he's still with Ashley. They got an apartment together. Not the same one. That lease ended. I hope he's happy. I genuinely do. Not for his sake, but for mine. Because his happiness means I made the right choice. Letting him go. If you've ever found evidence of betrayal and wondered if you're overreacting, you're not. If you've ever been told to just forgive or think of the family, you don't have to. If you've ever felt like leaving was too hard, so you stayed, it's never too late to change your mind. I gave Dennis 26 years. He gave me 2 years of lies. Those numbers don't balance. And I finally learned that some equations don't have solutions. You just have to close the books and start new ones. The numbers will always tell you the truth. It's up to you whether you're ready to hear it. If this story resonated with you, if you've ever had to choose between comfortable lies and uncomfortable truths, share it. Comment below with your own story. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because sometimes we all need to know we're not alone in choosing ourselves. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is add up the costs and realize you can't afford to stay.